see we got a little bit of a different kind of scenario going on today. We don't have a brand new girl to the industry. We have today, what is your name again?
Kenna James.
Kenna James. And Kenna, how long have you been in the business for?
I've been in the business for over 4 years.
Okay. And you were doing girl solo stuff for a good portion of that?
For 2.5, I was girl only.
Okay. And then you decided to make that jump on over?
I did.
And how do you like it so far?
I love it.
Better than the girl stuff?
Oh no. I mean, it's not a better or worse scenario, it's just different.
Different things.
You need all of it to be happy.
Okay. All right. And what got you started in the business? What made you want to get into this thing in the first place?
I never even thought about getting in the adult industry, to be honest. I started out as a stripper in a small town, and figured that wasn't enough anymore, so webcamming. Did that for a while, and my agent found me on there. And I never considered porn until they're like, hey, do you want to do it? And I'm like, maybe.
Okay, nice.
Been the best
So you were like the progression, like the standard progression. Stripping.
I climbed the proverbial ladder.
Yeah, and then camming, and then we'll put a director and makeup artist there, and then we'll add dicks.
Yeah, it's just kind of been stepping up.
Right? What's next? I don't know. What's the next level?
I don't know. We'll just have to, I guess, wait and see.
Yeah, just let nature do its thing. Huh?
That's how I go.
So when you were first approached, by the agent to start doing the girl stuff and everything, what was your initial thought?
My initial thought was, this guy's gonna make me into a skin suit. That's a terrible first thought to have, but it was. So I did my homework and research, found out he actually was an agent. He was who he said he was, and then I was like, oh, well, why not? Give it a try.
So you thought you'd be like in a well, putting lotion on your skin and...
Yeah. You never know when you're going to end up in that scenario.
Right? But now you know how to react to that.
Puts the lotion on his skin as he gets the hose again.
Exactly. So when you got out there, you're like, this is all legit, like this, I'm making money, and it's what was your thought? Were you like taken away by everything, or? I was.
When I first came out here, it was just blown away that one, everything was actually legit and real, because there's always a part of me that's very skeptical. But I was really excited to start a new chapter in my life, and it was really nerve-wracking to do something like this.
I mean, I look at how girls get in the business and all that sort of thing, and I can't even imagine that. If I was 18 years old getting into the whole thing to start off with, it's just a lot of things to...
It's very overwhelming.
Yeah, very.
Especially figuring out, what do you want to do? What do you want to build your brand as? Who do you want to be? It's a lot to take in.
Yeah. And then when you were approached with the idea of doing boy-girl, what was your thought about that?
There are interviews out there with me saying I will never do boy-girl. So one thing I've learned is I never say never, because, well, you never know when that changes.
Sure.
But no, when I first started thinking about boy girl, I was like, you know what, I've been in long enough. And now that I know, I think part of it was that I didn't really want to be seen, I think, as a serious, hardcore porn star. I wanted to leave a little more options open. But after a while, I'm just like, you know what, this is who I am. This makes me money. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm proud of what I do.
Sure.
Fuck it.
Rock it out, yeah.
Let's go in.
Yeah,
Let's go all the way in.
Exactly. Now, I shoot a lot of girls, first, scenes and casting style things. And we get a lot of girls that are super, super nervous. As soon as the lights come on and the cameras, fire up, it's just they're cute and bubbly, and then the cameras come on and it's just nervousness. Yeah. Was that how you were initially as well?
I was really, really, really nervous my first time. I thankfply had a really, really amazing scene partner. Danny Daniels was my first girl ever. And she helped me a lot by reassuring me. And in my mind, I'm like, what if I'm not as good as I think I am? What if I'm terrible? What if this doesn't work out? But I can tell any new girl that gets in, just be you. Just relax. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with. Yeah. That's my best advice.
Let your little freak flag fly.
That's right. Be proud of it. Exactly. Wave it high.
Yeah. That's what I tell them all whenever they get on here. I'm just like, whatever you like, it's not weird. Trust
No,
me.
it's not weird. And they're like, whatever it is, even if you like having sex with blown up balloons, it's not weird.
People are doing it. Yeah.
People do it.
People do it all the time.
People do it. That's a thing.
It's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So the other thing we brought you in is, we're exploring as we grow as a company and everything. We're exploring the female orgasm and the mysteries and the intricacies behind the whole thing. And we thought that you might be a good person to kind of bring us through that whole phenomenon and just explain to us a little bit about what your mentality is and what your feelings and experiences are like when you're having an orgasm.
So for me, like to even start to begin to have an orgasm, there has to be a certain amount of foreplay. Like I'm very much like a kissing person. Like that is my biggest thing. I can't get off without that.
Kiss them, guys. Kiss them.
Kiss them. Just for the love of God, kiss them. That's how you start the motor.
So
Otherwise, it's a cold start. It doesn't work.
That's the key to the ignition right there before you can even turn it on.
It is, at least for me. That's my key.
Okay. So you like a little intimacy to go along with,
I
with the whole thing.
That
Okay.
goes along with me, though. I'm very much a passionate person, so I want someone with as much passion that I have for it. I like eye contact. I like the mental intimacy as much as the physical. So that's my turn on. That's how it works for me.
So that gets you that fires up all the cylinders, gets everything going.
Yep.
And then when do you know how far into the sex do you know, oh, this guy's gonna make me come, or whatever it is, or is it you that makes you come? How does it work with you?
Usually you know pretty quick if the guy's going to be able to make you come. It just, especially when they go down and start eating you out, like like you're like, okay, well, I'm not really going to have a real orgasm this time, but that's all right.
Now, now this is kind of like almost turning into like a how-to for guys here, guys that are watching this thing. What kind of techniques would you say for them to use?
Start off slow. You don't have to go at it like it's the last meal you're ever gonna eat. I need to start slow, and like people love to pull the hood all the way back off the clit. Sometimes that's not the best thing to do. Like all of our nerve endings are right there. So you put too much on it and it's like, whew, okay, no.
Too much.
Too much overstimulation. But yeah, just kind of follow her signs. Like that's the best advice I could tell you. Pay attention to her body language. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Okay, listen for the oohs and ahs.
Listen to the oohs and the ahs. Feel her body, how she tenses. If she tenses up, you're doing something right usually. Unless she's in pain, and then you can see that on her face.
Keep hitting that button.
Don't hurt them.
Right. Now for you, I know as a guy, when we have an orgasm, I mean, guys is like we get one or two and then we're done. You guys can have, countless.
Multiple.
When we have an orgasm, our whole body is just shutting down for a second and, it shoots out. We get this great feeling overcomes us and then we're good to go. What's the physical feeling that you guys feel when this is going on?
For me, it almost feels like, I don't know if you've ever skydived or jumped off a cliff or anything like that, but that feeling, like right before it happens, you feel that adrenaline rush, and then it's like you just jumped off, and it's just a free-falling feeling for a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it feels like for me.
Wow.
It's the best description I have.
It's a good description. I get it. I have skydived before, so yeah.
It's just that pit in your stomach, and it's just, it's amazing.
That is amazing. And I know every girl is different, but for a guy, what are some telltale signs of girls faking the orgasm with you, or whether she's having a real, genuine orgasm with you? What are your, I'm asking you to give away your tells here, but.
I guess it depends again on the girl, but a lot of the stuff, like always look for quivering. That's a good sign that it's real. If she's shaking, and I mean, typically you can tell fake sex sounds. Most people can anyway. Like if she's like, she's probably not into it, dude. You're probably just better off quitting.
The disinterested sounds.
Yeah, the disinterested sounds like, yeah, right there, right there. It's not a good sound. But I mean, typically, like, if a girl's really into it, she's gonna, like, grab your head, and she's gonna just reach for you and grab, and
Just go right at it.
yeah,
As good as
like,
you
she's
can
into
for
it.
Yeah.
Either she is or she isn't.
So I'm like, yeah, okay, got it. Like, yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, on like, if you're with a good partner, how many orgasms do you usually get?
More than I can count.
Wow. It's just a wave. It's just going.
Yep.
See,
Once I
that's-
start, and I'm kind of like an Energizer bunny. Once it starts, I'm just going. Like, it's not hard to get me there again and again and again.
Oh, yeah, well, you've already gotten there, so just keep going around that track. Just keep hitting that spot over and over again. That is awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Now, when you first had your first orgasm, was it like, were you kind of freaked out? Because I know a guy, you know, as a young guy, the first time a guy has an orgasm, you're like, oh my God, what just happened? We don't really know what went on. What was your first experience like with that?
I relished in it. It was just the greatest feeling.
And did you know, like, I'm having an orgasm right now?
I think I did. I mean, from as far back as I can remember, I've just been a sexual thing.
Okay.
Like, always. My entire life has just been that way, so.
Wow. Nothing. Yeah, I love it. That's great. That is great. And do you use toys in your personal life?
I do.
Yeah.
I use toys.
Okay.
Occasionally. Like, typically I go with old reliable, but
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Nice. That is been pretty informative. I like what we've covered here.
covered a lot of ground, I feel like.
So we've explained the orgasm. I'm ready to see one here. We'll see if we can get you there, and have some fun here. What do you think?
I'm down. Let's do it.